Wally just did. Thank you, Wally.
Okay, if you'll all rise, and we pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you for being here this morning. I want to welcome you to the June 17th, 2025 meeting of the Lawrence County Commissioners. Next item on the agenda is approval of minutes from June 3rd.
I move to approve.
Have a motion.
June the 3rd, 2025.
Have a motion
I'll second that.
and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? The motion carries. Next item is the approval of claims.
I make a motion to approve the claims as presented.
Okay, have a motion
Second.
and a second. Further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next is approval of payroll.
I move to approve as presented.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. Further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries. Next is appointments, and the first item under that is the opening of bridge bids. Mr. Smith.
I would defer to the superintendent. The first two bids are from E&B Paving, one for Bridge 104, one for Bridge 193, but I don't see any bond or security items that would be adjoining those particular bids. I don't know what the specs call for. Brian will need to be consulted on whether the spec calls for that. CLR has a bid for 104 and 193, and they do have their bond documents incorporated as part of their bid packages. Package from HIS for 104, and it does have surety with it. Force has a bid for 193 and it has surety with it. Force has a bid for 104 and it has surety with it. Would advise taking all of the bids under advisement for further review and announce an award at a later time.
Yeah.
You're heading for a motion?
I think we need a motion to hold for further review.
I'd
Yeah.
make a motion to hold the over for review
Okay.
until a later
Have a
date.
motion? A second. Further discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The motion carries. Thank you.
The record should also reflect that they're open for inspection at
Yes,
this
they
point
will be
because
here.
they're past the 9:30 time and
Right.
anyone who wants to review them can do so after the meeting.
Okay. Next is Chad Shu with Community Corrections.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Our advisory board has a couple vacancies, and they've made some recommendations to fill those. The first is for a mental health provider, and the board has recommended Brian Shepard to be on the board to fill that role as a mental health provider. I don't know if you want to do them one at a time or both together.
Let's do them individually. So do we have a motion to approve Brian Shepard? I believe it was Brian, wasn't it?
Brian with the
Brian
B.
Shepard as an appointment to the advisory board.
I move to approve.
We have a motion,
Second.
second. Further discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The motion carries.
The second vacancy was a community member, just someone who has an interest in participating, and the board made a recommendation to appoint Dustin Gabhart as the community member representative to the advisory board.
Okay. I have a motion.
I'll second.
You make a motion?
Yeah.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? And the motion carries.
I've got some of our community corrections statistics for the first quarter of 2025. On the first page there, you'll see that we served almost 7,000 days of electronic monitoring. And in jail savings for the local cost of the jail, that would be $516,000 in incarceration based on the jail per diem. If those offenders were at DOC, it'd be $551,923. A little below that, currently we have 66 people on home detention. We have 15 on our alcohol program. We have 30 on road crew, 65 on community service. Down there at the bottom, in the first quarter, we had 1,044 community service hours ordered, which is significantly less than normal. We're still trying to figure out why we're getting so many less hours referred to us. But on the back side, you will see the agencies we served in the first quarter. We still managed to serve 19 agencies. We do send a lot of workers to help out with the town of Oolitic. We had 128 hours there. Mitchell Street Department, we had 423 hours worked there. And then our road crew that works on the weekends, we had 554 hours. Road crews helped out with the Pancake Festival. They've helped out with the men's women's shelter. We're in our mowing season now, so we're doing a lot of mowing, and we're trying to get out and help out at the 4-H grounds as well.
We do appreciate you and your staff for doing this work. It is important to the community because it fills a void that we don't really have any other way of providing services to some of these organizations.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, most of these organizations, they they're all nonprofits, and they run on volunteers, and they have very, very few paid staff, so the hours we provide are very necessary.
All right. Any questions or comments?
No, but you've done a good job.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right, thank you, Chad. Next on the agenda is the items for consideration. We have an invoice from AT&T for broadband. This is part of the ARP funding that has been ongoing now for a number of years. Seems like it's taken forever to get some of these projects done, but we're glad to see it being finalized. So, do I have a motion to approve the payment to AT&T?
I'd move to approve.
Have a motion
I'll second that.
and a second. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? The motion carries. Covered bridge certification. Who has that presentation?
Yes, it's just for you all to approve.
Okay. Do we need, I'm sorry, I don't have that information, so.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
This is the actual.
We just need to recognize the,
It's on the back page of the form there.
oh, we need to sign it, so I guess we need to approve it. Do I have a motion to approve the certification?
I'd move to approve.
Have a motion?
I'll second that. I'm assuming Brian has went through and done the form already, as Mr. Stiders, is that
This is the
right?
first I'm hearing about it, so.
It came to my office.
Okay.
We take care of.
Got to July 31st, okay. Yeah. I approve that.
Have a motion and a second. Further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries. Okay. And next, we have an appointment for the RDC board. Do I have a nomination?
I do. I have Jack Kimberly, we'll start with, 3 weeks ago, I talked to the other two commissioners. This appointment is a commissioner's appointment, and I'd asked them to have whoever they had come talk to me so I could invite them to a meeting and let them see what actually takes place and let them make their own decision whether or not they will or will not be interested in it. Jack Kimberly attended, and he's interested enough that he's asked for minutes for the last 6 months or so he can actually brief himself and be updated on it. He's the only one that bothered to call me, so I recommend Jack Kimberly to be placed on the board.
I will say that apparently I must have missed something because I never received information that you wanted the nominees to do that, and I had a gentleman who I presented a letter to Rodney about 3 weeks ago that was interested. So I had Chris Shaw, who I had nominated. He was a former president of Mitchell School Board for several years.
Well, I don't know, most people know Jack, they know what he's done. He has a good business background, banking background, been community-minded, and for that, I move to approve him.
I'll second the motion. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed?
Aye.
The motion carries 2-1. Okay. Next item is department reports. Highway Department, Brian Souter. Good morning.
So I attended the IHS Summer Conference a couple weeks ago, and I broke it down for you guys what I learned about CCMG, and there's a PowerPoint that they presented to us on the back of that packet. So basically, CCMG was broken down to 3 segments. So 50 mil goes to Marion County if they can match it, 100 mil for application for counties without a wheel tax, and 100 mil direct distribution for counties with wheel tax. So the good thing is we have a wheel tax. So if we don't meet it's like 1.5 expected to come for roads. It will go restricted for construction, and we'll have to submit the same paperwork we do to close out community crossings to NDOT to make sure we're using that money for the right things. So the good is we have a wheel tax, so we don't have to worry about that. So we are applicable for direct distribution. The PACER rating things, how they're going to get that is we have to be certified in PACER rating now, at least 2 people in the county. So one has to go out and say that's a PACER rating, another goes out and verifies. We have 2 guys that's already certified, so we just got to get them recertified to get their numbers. I went to my certification last week, so we'll be up to standard on that also. The bad thing is NVH is expected to decline because of fuel cells, because that's basically how we get budgeted. It's worked for years, but because of electric cars, better economy, cars, all that stuff, fuel cells is going down. And they expect the Cume Bridge Fund will not continue to grow as it has in the past. It's just going to kind of plateau. So there's some bad in there, but there's some good. So community crossings is kind of changed up. If we don't meet the 1.5 mil requirement, because they go by lane miles now, not center miles, but lane miles, then we can apply for the competitive community crossings, which is going to be pretty stinking competitive when they break it down like that. And then that's about it for community crossings. And then ADA. So you guys appointed me as the ADA for the Lawrence County. Bottom line up front, if we're not in compliance, we don't get federal aid and we don't get state aid. So we have an ADA policy that expires this year, but we also did a ADA 2015, had a company come in and do an ADA thing. I can take that, rewrite it, make it up to date, and get it submitted to the state. So I don't think we need to pay somebody to come do it, because I've reached out, it's about $40,000 to $50,000 to be done. Again, we've already done it, so why pay for it again? There are some, so they added some things too. Annual training requirements for county employees, which I'll get that, and I'll send it out to all the heads for the county. They just got to report back to me the people that's trained. Some inspection requirements for all county-owned facilities, which if I get each department head to give me somebody said they did these inspections, that'll be good to keep it in compliance. And any new construction, we just got to make sure it goes to ADA compliance. So that's American Disabilities Act. NDOT and LTAP has been shooting out a lot of documents to help everybody get compliance since they are enforcing this now. So there's plenty of stuff out there that I can use to get us right on board. So other than that, we have, for the highway department, we're slowing down on chipping and sealing because our distributor truck is currently being worked on. So it's broke down and Bubba's got it tore all apart in the garage. And as soon as we get it back up, and whenever we decide to stop raining again, we'll get back to chipping and sealing. And I'll review those packets and have them ready for the next meeting for you, for the bridge overlays.
We appreciate you taking over this ADA compliance job. That's something we were not anticipating having to have you do. But
Well, I got about $4 million in federal funds right now, so it's
Right.
pretty important to me we keep
I
it.
think your department's, it's a critical thing for you to do, so we appreciate that.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
Thank you. While we're talking about the highway department, Jamie, would you stand up, please? Jamie has been recognized as the Indiana Association of County Highways as the Highway Administrator of the Year. So that's a very significant award. Congratulations, and it's well-deserved, so. Okay, next is Valerie, Emergency Management.
I just want to add my thanks to Brian for taking over the ADA as one of the former ones. So there's a lot more to it than what people realize, so I thank Brian for taking that on. We've been working on, we have state and federal assessments that we have to do annually, and those come out earlier this year, like hazard identification, risk assessment, and those kind of things. So got those done early this year, and all of our special events that we have to put that up for federal. Basically, like the Persimmon Festival, the Boogie, the Fair, and the Limestone Heritage Festival. And they more want to know if there's going to be dignitaries here than anything, so ours is kind of small, so it's one thing we don't have to worry about with the federal government worrying about security, so. But that's what we've been working on, and we got those completed this year ahead of schedule because they came out with the guidance early, so we're glad to get that done. Yeah. You guys have anything?
I just wanted to commend Valerie for getting the link to our live stream included on the county highway or the county website. Now we can go there and link to our YouTube to where they're recorded. So thank you for getting that accomplished.
You're welcome. We've been trying to get things, I got some things for the health department to get up today, but Scott and I are trying to, and Martha sends everything on to us, so we all work together and try to keep that updated as best as possible.
Okay,
Thank you.
thanks. Next is Sheriff Greg Day.
Morning.
Good morning.
I really don't have anything, so I'll give you the jail numbers. Total population was 72 before I left. 61 males, 11 females, holding 10 for DOC, 3 parole holds with no local charges, and then 2 sentence level 6 felons here locally. So, but other than that, I've got nothing unless you have something for me.
Questions?
I see you've been doing a good job with the county.
All right, thanks. I'm trying.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, any unfinished old business? Hearing none, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
We are adjourned. Thank you.